A Rivers State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has affirmed that 27 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly who defected to the All Progressive Congress are still members of the People's Democratic Party. Justice Okebule Basam of the Rivers State High Court in Port Harcourt stated on Monday that the claimants were unable to demonstrate that Martin Amewule and the 26 other legislators had switched to the APC. Justice Basam emphasized that party membership is established through being on the party's register or possessing a membership card, stating that televised events or verbal declarations were insufficient proof. Let me start with you, Barrister Hayaking. What is your immediate reaction to this?
Well, when I heard that news yesterday, I was really taken aback. I was surprised. The literal interpretation that almost the layman gave it. But I went further to ask. I went further to ask, to probe, to find out, maybe to talk to the people that were involved in that matter. I was not involved. And I was told that those things he said were not part of his judgment. That is to say that the members of the defected members of former Rivers State lawmakers that left, that they don't have, like you said, they don't have sufficient evidence. Yes, I agree. A judge is usually persuaded by documents and evidence before him. So he is saying that in this instant case, that they did not show membership card or switching from here to here, but everybody, I think, is an open news. He's been there. Even they themselves have also come up to say we have defected to APC. The whether they have defected to APC, for me, I think it's been rested. They defected on the 11th of December. 11th of December, so it is not an issue to whether they have defected or not. Even they themselves have said we are no longer members of APC. Probably the judge was saying that in this place you did not bring documents, maybe those membership, because they have switched and all that. Maybe that is what he's saying. But let me say this, that is not part of the judgment, because at the end of the day, he dismissed the matter. He dismissed the case. The procedure, I know, because he said it does not have jurisdiction to entertain that matter. That's what the final analysis is. That those are commentaries. Those things you heard, we call them commentaries. They are not part of the judgment. They are not judgment. They are not binding. They are not enforceable judgment. They are not declarations. They are just, we call them comments by the judge. Those are the comments the judge made along in delivering his ruling or judgment, if you like, because preliminary objection was filed against that matter, that the people that came to court does not have jurisdiction. The rule or the law I know is that if a judge says, I don't have jurisdiction, you stop at that point. You don't make commentaries, you don't make declarations, you don't make orders. Those things are not orders, they are not declarations from what I read, even what you just read out from the news right now. They are not orders, they are not declaratory, they are not enforceable. It's just commentaries that was made by a judge. But for me, like I said, if a judge says, I don't have jurisdiction, the next thing you do, you rescue yourself, you excuse yourself. You dismiss the matter, or you send the matter. If it's the Federal High Court, if it is in the Federal High Court will transfer to the State High Court or transfer to the appropriate court, but not to go ahead to make declarations and orders. But I don't think the judge did not make declarations, he did not make orders. That's from what I have, because I met some of the members of in that matter yesterday evening. We discussed, and I said, what happened? They now gave me the breakdown, because I was not in court, I was not part of that matter. They said that those were commentaries. He didn't say members of the former members of the Rivers State House of Assembly should go back to PDP. There was no order like that. There was no order like that, from what I read.
Okay, Barrister Don, what is your take?
Anyways, you see, as much as it will sound, because for me, the matter is now more in the court of public conscience. Okay, but that's not what we are looking at. what we are looking at is what does the law say. Whether the House of Assembly members have openly carried placards, or they have even said we have defected. Where would this matter end? The matter will certainly end in court. And in court, it's not where you go. It's not like a marketplace where you just go and buy and come out. The law will look at what is those things, evidences, that will prove that these people are members or they are no longer members. Even against what the general public have conceptualized. The general public have, in their mind, is these people are no longer members of the House because they have raised the card of the party, and then two, they have said we are no longer members. By virtue of what they have said, in the eyes of the public, they ordinarily have defected to the party. But what does the Constitution say? I've also mentioned on this program, Section 306 is very clear that once anybody elected to any office under this Constitution, okay, that wishes to resign, needs to transmit a notice of resignation. That is a condition precedent. And there was nowhere. That's why when this matter was going on, sometimes I laugh because I know it will come to the point, if the lower court does not look at this issue, probably when it goes on appeal, issues of this nature may be raised. So it is now clear to everybody that there was nowhere that a notice of resignation was transmitted or even tendered, which would have been the first and basic condition for which we should hold that these people have defected. On the other flank, we have not seen, there's no register of membership of the APC. At least the party contending that they have defected ought to have shown proof that these people have been duly registered as a member of the APC. But there is nothing like that. The court have looked at all this. Yes. Even if Bassam yesterday, gave this judgment, we are not in hand, we are not, as I speak to you, I don't have the judgment in my hands. But from what I heard from people who were in court yesterday, the judge made these statements. So, whether the court has jurisdiction or not, that will be a matter that will be tested on appeal, except they want to leave it at that level. But as we speak to you today, from my own legal experience and knowledge, the 27 lawmakers are still members of the party, and all the laws that were made by them, the law sees them to be valid and will be existing. All right.
Now, if I may ask, are there constitutional provisions for defection from one party to another, Barrister Hayake?
It's been there now, the section 19, I think 19, that has been over. Almost everybody knows it right now. That when you
109.
109.
No, that's
109.
not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I mean is resignation. Apologies, resignation from a political party. What does the Constitution provide that one must do in order to resign from a political party?
The first thing, the section that guides defection or moving from another party to another party, the conditions are there. The section 109 that everybody knows now, that talked about how to resign, what the reason why you can resign, what can make you to resign. Ordinarily, that section is a section that tries to stop people from jumping from one political party to the other. It was not there in the original 1999. It was an amendment. Why did that amendment came? That amendment came to stop politicians from jumping from one political party to the other, the party that elected you. So if the same lawmakers saw that one when I read it and did what they did and said we have defected, for me it's laughable. It's absurd. I've never had something like that before. You left on the 11th of December. The January, February, March, April, May, June. 6-7 months later. I don't know what they are trying to play at. Are you saying you are coming back to PDP? I really does not understand what is happening. That is why I tell you, in this country, politicians in Nigeria, they do what is political. That's my favorite quote. They do what is political. They don't do what is legal. They don't do what is constitutional. They don't do what is moral. They don't do what is right. They only do what is political. And what is political usually lies against the constitution, immoral, illegal, evil. They don't do anything that is good. That's what they do. Otherwise, 7 months later, let me also say this. They did not ask the court to declare them members of PDP. They did not do that. These comments are comments by the judge. It's not a judgment. It's not part of the judgment. It's not a declaratory. It's not a declaratory order. It's not an order. Judge just said, I don't have jurisdiction. Yes, I don't have jurisdiction. This matter is hereby dismissed because these people does not have locus standing to file this suit. But that in the process of this whole thing that they have just filed today, they have not shown that these people are defected from PDP to PDP. But it's a public knowledge. What have they been battling before? They are in court in Abuja in another suit, saying that they are members of APC. The same people. My brother, I mean, this thing is getting me upset. It's getting me upset. So you just sleep. So this is the new order now, the new strategy. They just slept and brought it up. But the order of the court, this thing that we are talking about yesterday on Monday, is not an order. It's not a declaration. It's not a judgment. It's not enforceable. Because the man has said, the judge has said, I don't have jurisdiction. And he struck the matter out. I mean, he dismissed the matter. So these are, we call it commentaries. They are not part of anything. They are not. You don't use it for anything in law. It cannot be enforced. Okay, let them go. Let them go and obtain the order. Obtain the order and enforce. It's not possible.